The Bajaj Dominar 400 first made its debut a little over 2 years ago, and while that bike was phenomenal bang for your buck, it didn't manage to pull in the numbers it was supposed to, which is why Bajaj went back to the drawing board to address the Dominar's biggest issues without breaking the bank. We have ridden the 2019 Dominar 400 extensively and are here to answer one important question. Is it a big improvement over the older model? Let's begin with the heart of the matter, the engine. The 373.3cc engine has gone through a big overhaul. Ditching its SOHC setup for a DOHC1, the compression ratio has also increased and so has the rev limit. Along with these changes, Bajaj has taken the power up by around 5 horsepower to 39.9 HP, taking it a lot closer to the 390 Duke's 43.5 HP. Torque meanwhile remains the same as the older model at 35 Nm. The 6-speed gearbox that uses a slip and assist clutch also remains unchanged. The improvements here are big. Not only does it accelerate quicker, but it maintains highway speeds between 100 and 125 with a lot more ease. In our test, the 2019 Dominar managed to reach 60 in 2.8 seconds and 100 in 6.7 seconds. More importantly, vibrations have gone down significantly and are no longer an irritant at highway speeds. But they are still present in certain instances, like at the top of the rev range and between 3 and 4000 RPM. Also worth mentioning is that the revised exhaust sounds a bit deeper. With 40 horsepower on tap, the new Dominar is in a league of its own at its price point. It's more powerful than similar capacity motorcycles like the TVS Apache RR310 and the Kawasaki Ninja 300, which cost a huge amount more. The next big upgrade, and to us one of the most important ones, comes in the suspension setup. If you've ridden the older Dominar, you would know that its uncomfortable ride quality was a major setback, especially because it was designed to be a long-distance tourer. The good news is that Bajaj has fixed this. Well, for the most part. The conventional fork is now replaced by an Endurance USD unit that looks identical to the one on the KTMs, but its inner workings are quite different. The front feels quite plush and handles pothole-ridden tarmac a lot better by soaking up most of the undulations. The rear, meanwhile, still has a sense of firmness, but no longer punishingly so. While the ride comfort is much improved, the softer suspension setup means the Dominar's cornering abilities have taken a small hit. It is still stable and has plenty of lean angle on offer, but it doesn't quite feel as confident at high cornering speeds as it used to. But that shouldn't matter that much, as the Dominar was never meant to be a knee-down machine. If there was one thing we would have liked on this update, it would have been a reduction in weight. However, the 2019 Dominar is actually heavier by 2.5 kg, taking the total to 184 kg. Thankfully, the bike doesn't feel difficult, but the weight is apparent at city speeds. Nevertheless, braking performance remains impressive, despite a dull feeling at the lever. And there's also the safety net of dual-channel ABS that comes as standard. The Dominar 400 was always a well-equipped motorcycle. However, the 2019 bike has brought about a few updates to this area. The instrumentation is revised on the new bike, and while it continues to use a 2-screen layout, both are now more informative. The tank-mounted unit now displays gear position, trip meters and more, while the main display now conveys additional information like average fuel consumption and dynamic fuel consumption. The reading from these gauges also proved to be very accurate, and the 2019 Dominar delivered 23.6 in the city and 33 on the highway, just like it displayed. Bajaj has also added a set of 4 bungee straps under the pillion seat, which is a small but thoughtful touch. Oh, and let's not forget the new metallic green color scheme, which is the only color option other than the matte black. To answer the question we raised in the beginning of the video, yes, the 2019 Dominar is a big improvement over the older model. Thanks to the revised engine and suspension, it is now a more competent motorcycle and one that will be much nicer to tour on. To give credit where credit's due, Bajaj has really outdone itself with the pricing of the new bike. These significant mechanical updates come at a hike of just 11,000 rupees, which makes the Dominar even better value than before and a bike that you should consider if you're shopping for a motorcycle at this price point.